Okay, says we're live. Welcome, everybody. I'm Annette Friesman from Project Recovery Iowa. We are a FEMA-funded program that's here to help Iowans get through the pandemic as strongly as possible. And now we're doing other disasters too, like the recent tornadoes that they had down in Winterset and other disasters. And with me today is Lauren from the Volunteer Center of the Cedar Valley. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you, Annette.
So what we wanted to talk about is what opportunities are out there for teens and families. But first, tell us what the Volunteer Center of the Cedar Valley is and what you do.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me here today. You know, we here at the Volunteer Center of Cedar Valley find it so important that people get engaged and find ways that they can continue to give back to their community, no matter what the circumstances might be throughout our area. But, you know, the Volunteer Center of Cedar Valley really truly exists to promote and support volunteerism. And so we know there's lots of people who are looking for ways to get involved in volunteering, find opportunities to serve the community for a variety of different reasons. And so we match those individuals or groups of people. It can be individuals of all different ages, backgrounds, and abilities. Those groups with opportunities to serve at our nonprofit and community organization partners. And so we actually connect with a little over 200 partners here in Black Hawk County alone, and then operate a federally funded program called AmeriCorps Seniors RSVP in Black Hawk, Buchanan, and Fayette County. And so that's really truly engaging those age 55 and older in opportunities to serve in those counties as well.
Interesting. So if somebody wants to put an opportunity out there for volunteers, how do they go about doing that?
You know, they just reach out to us.
Okay.
And we're able to help them find ways to get it posted. The one caveat to that is that it's a community organization, typically a 501c3 nonprofit organization. But, you know, if it's a community event that's serving the community as a whole that's coming up, I think a good example of that would be like RAGBRAI coming through the area or other community-like festivals and events. We happily post those needs as well.
Awesome. So if I'm looking for volunteer opportunities, how do I go about finding those?
Well, there's a couple different ways. I'm assuming that those that are watching this are able to utilize Facebook as a resource, right? And so you can hop on over to the Volunteer Center's Facebook page. So it's just at Volunteer Center of Cedar Valley, and find a lot of different ways to get involved. We post regular opportunities on there. We share a lot of good insights and information about volunteering. So it's utilizing social media. For those that are avid, you know, Courier subscribers and readers, we post weekly. Typically it's in the Sunday and then the online version of the Courier where you can find a handful of volunteer opportunities. And then our newsletter, which is released every Thursday. It's just a weekly release of opportunities that includes 4 or 5 of those, you know, kind of up and coming ways that you can get involved. So that'll end up in your email inbox. And then one of the best ways that we get people connected to opportunities is that you can utilize our online platform called Get Connected through our website. And that's where our organizations that we partner with can post their volunteer opportunities directly to that site. And you as the individual, or if you're a group of people looking for volunteer opportunities, you can log into that site, go browse opportunities, and connect yourself directly to those coordinators of volunteers at the different organizations. So it's all done, you know, through the online platform. I'll also mention, you know, they can just reach out to us. We love having conversations with people interested in volunteering. And, you know, it's a great way for us to meet new people and find out what your passions are and help align you with what you would like to see in the community.
Okay, and we'll post your contact information in the comment section when we're done here too, so that people know how to reach out to you.
Thank you.
Do you have any specific, so I'm thinking like, you know, school's almost out, right? And this week for the smaller towns, and I think next week for Waterloo, Cedar Falls. Is there opportunities out there right now for teens and families that are now going to have some extra time?
Yeah, there's a lot of great opportunities. And, you know, I would say that it really depends on what you as the individual or you as a family are looking to get out of your volunteer experience. But there's ways for you to get involved. I think outdoors, this is the best time of year, right? To get out there and be involved in things. And so maybe it's getting connected to the county conservations and seeing what's happening at your county parks and how you might provide some maintenance support or upkeep or even event support at those locations. In addition to that, the Arboretum, Cedar Valley Arboretum, what a great way to get your hands dirty and involved in something like that, especially if you're interested in gardening and landscape design and things like that. How awesome to get involved in that. So lots of ways to do kind of those more outdoorsy things. I would even say as simple as you can contact your city and find out if they'll pick up trash at an area. They may even supply you with bags. I know that the communities of Waterloo and Cedar Falls will support that. Go pick up trash at an area park or along a trail and support that. And sometimes our Cedar Valley Trails Partnership and Cedar Valley Cyclist Groups, they lead those trash pickups at various times throughout the seasons. And so you can jump on and be a part of that. Another outdoor opportunity that I think is awesome and unique and perfect for somebody who might be interested in more of that STEM background or biology or environmental sciences, getting involved in water collection monitoring and data. And that's through the Blackhawk County Soil and Water Conservation Group. And so a great opportunity for people who have an interest in that. So lots of great outdoor things. There's always opportunities for you to help with food insecurity in the community. So maybe it's diving in and participating at some things at the Northeast Iowa Food Bank, helping at meal sites through the Salvation Army, or maybe delivering food to homebound seniors in our community through the Meals on Wheels program through Northeast Iowa Area Agency on Aging. And that's a great one for families to get involved in. Because it's about a 60 to 90-minute shift. You can do it once a week, you can do it once a month, set your schedule and take a route and go deliver that way too. And so assisting and getting a chance to kind of check in and meet who's in your community, drop off food and be a part of that. It's a really great learning experience for families, especially. And then I would say, maybe you have an interest in animals and you want to do something at the Cedar Bend Humane Society.
I was just thinking about animals.
Yeah. What a perfect place to go. And, for younger kids, especially, you can take part in, just socializing in the cat room. But if you are a teenager or have adult supervision with you, you can take part in a lot of their other volunteer opportunities. And those things, again, all of these things are posted right on our website. You can find them, but you can also, deep dive into their websites to find out more information and to sign up for different things as well. So there's lots out there, depending on what your areas of interest are. Maybe you just want to go have conversations with residents at nursing homes or play card games or bingo or assist with different activities. So, some people get involved in volunteering because they're looking for that kind of social outlet or to meet new people. Some people get involved in volunteering because they're looking for experiences. They want to add to their resume or potential scholarship opportunities, which I think as a teen is something to be focused on, depending on, what your post high school graduation plans might be.
Volunteering is a great way to put something, kind of pad your resume with information of things that you've done. So yeah.
It most definitely is. And then, some people get involved in volunteering because it's a networking opportunity too. You just don't know who you're going to meet and be a part of conversations with. And, finally, I think people get involved in volunteering because they feel like it's the right thing to do and they want to give back to their community. And
they want to help people. Yeah. So if I would go to your website, and so can I plug in, here's the hours that I have available and here's the things I'm interested in, and then opportunities will pull up. Is that something that you can do as well?
Yep. There's lots of different ways to filter through the volunteer opportunities on our site. You can do keyword searches. You can filter by what's called kind of an icon or badges. So when organizations post their volunteer opportunities, they can kind of choose what badges fit with it. So outdoor or advocacy or clerical, things like that. So they would pick those badges and then you could sort through that way too. So if you're looking for very specific things, you're right, like via a calendar search or, your availability, you can kind of filter through that way. You can filter through family friendly opportunities. So there's just a lot of different ways that you can sort.
Okay, awesome. I had a question and it's just gone. First of all, I want to thank you for your patience. This was supposed to be last week, if anybody's realizing, and we were having a Zoom issue because we go to Zoom and then take this live to Facebook so we can both be on at the same time. And it took quite a bit to get that figured out. And then I posted the wrong time today. So hopefully, I'm sure people will see this. If they're not live with us now, they'll see it later. So anything else that you want to mention out there, put out there for people, or any upcoming neat things that that you want to promote or anything like that?
I think that the biggest thing is just for people to understand that volunteering is for anybody, that anybody, no matter what their background is, no matter what their means are, no matter what their abilities are, there are ways for you to get involved in volunteering, and there's opportunities out there for everyone. We just have to have conversations and find those best matches for you, and we'll help you here at the Volunteer Center become aware of what's out there and figure out great ways to get you connected to the right people.
And I know from working in nonprofits for the last 20, 25 years, there's always opportunities. They always have something that they're looking for volunteers. Like I said, if it's just maybe answering the phone for a little bit or helping with an event or, helping with the animals, or there's just so many opportunities out there if somebody's looking. So, and you're a great resource for people to be able to find those as well. So thank you for all that you guys do.
Oh, well, thank you for this opportunity. We love to talk about the things that we're doing at the Volunteer Center. So this is great.
All right. Anything last minute? Like I said, we'll put your contact information and anything else that you want. You can add it or I can add it. You can send it to me. But I'll put in your website and phone number so people can reach out to you. And if you think of anything else you want to put in there, we can certainly do that. I don't see any questions in the comment section right now, but if you have a question, if you're watching this later and you have a question, put it in there and we can reach out to Lauren or somebody at the Volunteer Center and try to get that answered for you. So
that's great. Thank you
so much, Lauren. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Bye-bye.